Okay, when you're ready, let's go. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Understood, stopping this lap. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who'll be fronting the grid. Surfer Girl, Russell and Lewis Hamilton. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Surfer Girl lines up on pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Maldonado, Hulkenberg, Albon, Stroll, Sargent, Tsunoda, Sainz, Liam Lawson, Magnussen, Norris, Ocon, Bottas, Joe, Gasly and Nick de Vries. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. Here we go then, the formation lap is underway ahead of today's sprint. We're almost ready to start the sprint as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
Top speeds of 337 kilometers an hour being reached, as well as average speeds of 240 kilometers an hour being recorded. Lola on the Austrian Grand Prix, combined several times since introduction in 1953.
Energy stores depleting, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop. Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Okay, we've lost a position, that's us down a place. That's Hamilton behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are just 1 lap old, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 13.9. Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Okay, Russell's ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1:10.6. It's Hamilton ahead. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Time last lap was a 1 minute 11.6. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now. wheels behind you, less than a second separates you, and the time last lap was a 1:09.2. Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Right, we need to get past here, use overtake. Gap to your teammate behind is 1.9 seconds. Tyre condition still looking good. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay, we've got 12 laps of fuel remaining. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now. final lap of the race. Final lap. Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. I'm proud of you, man. That was a good job. You did really well out there. Superb driving.
So let's review the drivers' standings. With the sprint wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. This is it then, race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. Not long to go before our drivers hurtle off the line and into the first turn, the Niki Lauda curve. It was renamed in 2019 in memory of one of Formula One's most beloved figures. It's a short lap here in Spielberg with just 10 corners, 7 to the right and 3 to the left, making up the total distance of 2.6 miles. And expect to see a lot of cars running wide today, especially through the last corner, as the wet conditions make the cars skittish through the downhill sections. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Surfer Girl completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Verstappen, Albon, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Sainz, Tsunoda, Sargent, Joe, Hulkenberg, Norris, Bottas, Magnussen, Liam Lawson, De Vries, Ocon, Maldonado, Perez, and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Right then, the formation lap has started, and I must say the weather conditions aren't the best today for visibility and for grip. As each driver performs this lap, they'll be wanting to settle in and concentrate, as this race, in these conditions, will require a lot of focus. We're almost ready to start the race as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
The starting line is 2 long straight, connected by a hairpin. The total is 5 miles.
The energy store's depleting, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop. Forecasts suggest the rain's going to be lightening up over the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. We should start finding more grip as we clear the standing water. Full wet seemed like the best tyre for now. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Rain looks like it's going to be getting much lighter over the next 10 to 15 minutes. There should be more grip, but don't expect a dry track yet. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Okay, VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are so far no plans for a safety car. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, full wet seems to be the fastest tyre for now. Our gap behind is 1.6 seconds. Okay, caution, caution, virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta on your dash. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens. Wet seem like the best tyre for now. Gap to your teammate behind is 12.3 seconds. They're on a fresh set of wets. They're in 15th. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 27.1. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Okay, VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are so far no plans for a safety car. The circuit's definitely looking better than it was a few minutes ago. If we could just move a bit more of that standing water, we might be able to go on to the intermediates. The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out. Okay, full wet seems to be the fastest tyre for now. Button more, it's time to utilise some of this energy, come on. And the gap behind us is 4.7 seconds. They're on old wets. Their tyres are 12 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 21.8. Looks like it's probably about time we change tyres. It's a bit of a crossover period for sure, but the longer we stay, the worse it's going to get. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment. Sorry, we can't provide you with that information right now. Okay, we'll fit inters on your next stop. Other teams are fitting intermediate tyres. It might be worth considering changing yours too. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay, I'll have the pit team send you out with aero setting +1. We'll move to aero +1. Okay, that's Pastor in the pits. Pastor's in the pits. Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Stroll is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 3.0 seconds. They're on old wets. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:22.5. Rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes. Verstappen's ahead of you, and they've entered the pit lane. They're on old wets. Okay, they've done 15 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:24.6. Our gap to the car in front is 4.7 seconds. They're in second, and the gap is 7.5 seconds. They're on old wets. We think they've got one more stop, and the time last lap was a 1:22.0. Gap to your teammate behind is 24.8 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. They're currently 17th place. Your last lap time was a 1:39.4. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old wets. Okay, they've done 15 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:21.6. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 26.1 seconds. Okay, red flag, mate, red flag. No overtaking, please. We'll see you in the pit lane. This is essentially a free stop, so let's think very carefully about our strategy for the rest of this race. We're getting underway in just a moment. Stand by. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, clear. We don't currently have the data for that request. Affirmative, medium tyres at the next stop. Okay, looks like some of those puddles are clearing. We're still definitely on the right tyre for the time being, but we're probably not a million miles away from slick conditions. You have a 1 second lead over the car behind, be aware. Managing your tyres, manage your tyres. Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Okay, not sure whether dries or inters are faster, we're right on the crossover. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Okay mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Copy. Pastel's coming in for his stop now. Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. De Vries is ahead of you. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 16.6. Magnussen's ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.9 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:16.9. They're in first, and so the difference is 18.5 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. We think they've got one more stop. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 12.9 seconds. The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now. Caution! Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. back. Behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap. Leclerc behind. Okay, gap to the car behind. 4.4 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 8 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:09.6. Green flag, we're racing again. Let's go. Hamilton's ahead of you. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 11 laps old now, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 09.3. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Seconds behind the car ahead, keep pushing. Gap to your teammate behind is 13.1 seconds. They're on old mediums, they're 8th. Your last lap time was a 1:09.5. Okay mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners. let's have a quick look at how the drivers' standings have changed. Well, not the result our points leader would have wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
It's got to be Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he pulled off some impressive feats out on the track today, even by his standards.
Let's move on to the constructors. The owner-drivers team moved to the top of the table. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.